Yo, what up, family? So, here we are, part 2 and the conclusion of the Supra saga. The Supra's here. It's in the United States, and it is free and clear. That's the icing, right? Right now in front of me, I have all the documents. I have a list of all the charges, and I'm gonna walk you through the process, okay? And I'm gonna tell you what I paid. That doesn't mean that that's what you're gonna pay. Unfortunately, it's not set in stone like that, okay? Your situation might be a little bit different than my situation. We purchased the car while we were there in Japan. The car was registered to us. This is not me trying to buy someone else's car. You know, like, let's say now you want a car and you know somebody in Japan and you want to have them buy a car for you and ship it over. That's one way. You can contact a company in Japan that's what they do, import and export cars, and you can do it that way. And they will, you know, subcontract companies along the way to get you your car directly to your hands. So let's talk about the shipping. Let's say you're looking for a car in Japan. You have somebody in Japan, they're stationed there, they live there, family, friend, whatever. Let's say you travel to Japan and you go to Japan, see a car, buy it yourself, and you want to ship it. Add $3,500 to the price of the car, okay? $3,500 gets the car from Japan to you in the United States, all right? I tell you $3,500 because when I was looking to ship the car, I was quoted $1,700 and $2,700, or from $1,700 to up to $2,700. I ended up paying $2,200 to have the car shipped, just having it shipped. Now the rest of the money comes in having it cleared on this side. I was quoted from $1,000 to $2,500. The big difference is what you want that company to do for you. Do you want them to just clear the car through customs and you pick it up outside the port? Or do you want them to bring the car directly to you with a license plate in hand? Some companies will go to DMV on your behalf, get everything done, get the car registered, the whole nine, and all you now have to do is jump in your new JDM car and hit the road. I didn't need somebody to do all of that for me. All I wanted was the car to come out of the port and for me to be able to take it, okay? And that ended up costing me $12.67. That's what it cost me to have a broker clear the car and issue a pickup order for Wade, the owner of Totally Hitched Transport, to pick the vehicle up and then bring it to me, okay? So, I have one more car in Japan that needs to come here, and I'm just going to pay a company to handle it from Japan, again, to Wade's hands, all right? And the reason why I'm going to do it that way is you're going to see why. So, you can do it yourself if you know all the steps to take and if you have all the things that you need to have all the credentials, you can do it yourself. There are also other companies out there where they are here in the United States. You contact them, they already have all these things set up. They will sell you a car here in the United States and they will handle everything all the way through, okay? Again, I'll provide all these contacts for you down in the description, all right? Let's go back a little bit to the first video. The reason why I was having such a hard time, the main reason was the ISF, Importer Security Filing. The reason why that was a problem for me is because the ISF needs to be filed prior to the vessel leaving its origin. So the ISF should have been filed to customs to let customs know, hey, 97 Toyota Supra is coming into the country. I didn't know that. And I wouldn't have known that because this is not what I do every day, right? But customs doesn't care what you know and what you don't know. You know, as they say, ignorance of the law is not, you know, exception. There's no exception, right? So got it. I have no issues there. If you don't get the ISF filed on time, meaning if the vehicle touches American soil and is processed or received on American soil before customs has that form, you can get fined, or you will get fined $5,500. This is what I was told. $5,500 is the fine, and they're not accepting any excuses. Okay. In my situation, my documents were in the hands of I told you a friend of mine helped me to get the documents filed, right? He's one of the companies that he has a company where he would bring cars in for people, but the cars come in his business name, and then he sells it to you on this side. All right. His credential allows him to bring cars in for his business. It does not allow him to bring cars in for someone else. All right. So he had my documents and filed my documents through customs on Monday. I pushed the video out on Wednesday. Friday is when we found out from customs that they would not accept him being able to bring my vehicle in. And it was Friday at 12:30 to be exact. That's when I found out that I now need to, no ifs, ands, or buts about it, need to get a importer or a broker to now bring my car in. And if I don't, I will get fined $5,500. Can you imagine what I was going through when I found this out? I was communicating with a company, and I'm not gonna, again, I'm not about slandering people. I'm sharing my experience, and I want you to learn from my mistake so you don't end up making the same mistake I did. I was communicating with this company via email. I was referred to this company by a friend of mine, and I reached out to the company and I said, I got a car coming in. It gave the situation. This was 2 weeks ago, right? Gave them the situation, what all was happening with the car, details about the car, when it's supposed to show up, so on and so forth. The person said, send me everything that you have, all the documents that you have on the car. Now, there was a number attached to the business, and I called the number because, again, never done this before. I want to understand what's going on. Keep in mind, the car was registered in my wife's name. So all the information that I'm sending is everything that was mailed to me by my friend who shipped the car to me, right? And my wife's driver's license, her personal information. So I was a little bit apprehensive to send this to a company that I had never spoken to. So I asked for somebody to give me a call. I didn't get a call, I got an email. Send me everything you have. I said I didn't know what all to send. Admittedly, I don't know what all I need to send. Send me everything you have. Give me a call. Did not get a call. Did not make me comfortable. So I proceeded to look for other companies to help me. Somebody that I could talk to give me a warm and fuzzy, you know what I'm saying? I needed to be able to feel comfortable with this company that I'm now releasing all the paperwork I have for this Toyota Supra, right? And my wife's personal information. So I didn't feel comfortable letting that out without talking to somebody. Nevertheless, never heard back from that company, so I kept it moving. Looking for other companies, trying, again, contacting customs, trying to figure out what all I needed to do and how I needed to get it done. Now, the items that was mailed to me, my bill of sale, the Japanese title, the deregistration form, export certificate, the form of the registration paperwork for the car when it was registered on the military installation, the inspection sheet, basically the inspection that they do prior to getting the car into the vessel that's it's gonna come across on, and just basically receipts. That's what was mailed to me, as well as an itemized list from the shipper on that side on what all he had to submit. So he had a copy of the export certificate and translation. He had registration record and translation. He had the original and a copy of the export certificate. I also received the bill of lading, one that was listed as a copy. And you are going to need, for customs, you're going to need one that's listed as original, not copy. Customs will not accept the one that says copy. They only want to see the original. The reason being is, if you have a bill of lading that says copy, that means that there's monies owed, right? Original tells them that it's free and clear and there's no need for them to hold the car, if that makes sense. And these are basically copies of, yep, these are copies of the originals, the documents that I have in the other folder. This is all the registration and insurance paperwork for the vehicle while it was in Japan. So that's what was mailed to me by my friend that had the car while it was in Japan, and orchestrated getting everything moving to get the car over. All right. I have what is called the arrival notice. That's what was shipped to me. And when I was talking in the previous video, I mentioned paying $150 for something. So it says on here, original bill of lading, minimum 5 business days prior to vessel. So again, you being the novice, you're not gonna know that they need these different things in the time frame in which they need it. And no one is going to tell you. Okay, no one's gonna tell you until after you sign on the dotted line to commit to paying them money. No one's gonna tell you anything. All right. Like I said before, this is these people's livelihood. So it stands to reason they wouldn't want to share the information to help you to do it on your own, because then that's now taking money out of their pocket. However, customs is not gonna tell you that either. And I don't know what the deal is with not wanting to share this information, because I think it would be in customs' best interest to share the information to help you to do what it is that you need to do. But not everybody thinks the way I think, obviously. It has the car listed, it has the VIN number, and it has the weight in kilograms. $26 for WARFAGE, $150 for the fee. That is $176 total. And then this company is called NORTON LILLY. All right, my understanding, this is customary. I guess this is the company that deals with everything coming in, and whether it be a vehicle or a container, same process. All right. Now, that's one that I received, and I also received another one, which was the wharf handling fee. Okay, don't ask me what the difference is between WARFAGE and the wharf handling fee. I couldn't get an answer, so I'm just going to itemize them for you, tell you what it is I was charged for, and what all you need to ask about when you embark on this journey. Okay, so I was charged for the ISF $35, custom entry $150, single entry bond. Now, I mentioned bond before. You have two types of bond. You have the single entry bond, and then you have the continuous bond. From what I'm being told, one is 400 and something and one is 300 and something. I ended up using the single entry bond, and that cost me $329. Remember I told you before, ISF, the ISF was $35. Well, the ISF bond is $60. So import security filing bond is $60. Delivery order. So for the company to make out a receipt or a work order for Wade or your transportation company to pick up the vehicle, they charge $35. Handling, don't ask me what they're handling, but the handling is $30. Department of Transportation, that's $70. Duty, now this is what customs charges you based off the value of your vehicle, which is $445.93. It's 2.5% of the value or the purchase price of the vehicle. Again, these prices may vary for you because of the purchase of your vehicle and the type of vehicle. For personal, it's 2.5%, but for commercial, like, you know, those sick tow trucks that a lot of us want, to bring one of those in, which is a commercial vehicle, whatever you pay for that vehicle, you're going to pay 25% of that, either the purchase price again or the value, depending on what customs agent you get. That's what's going to determine how much you end up paying. And the credit card fee, which was $57.74, which brings us to a total of $1,212.67. Now, let me say this. In its entirety, I don't think that $1,200 to clear the car is bad. I ended up paying closer to $1,500 because of the $176 for the WARFAGE, and then the $45 for the wharf handling fee, right? So it's starting to go closer and closer to $1,500, which is why I said chalk it up to $3,500 additional to get your car from point A to point B. It's going to vary. It might even be a little bit more than that, because depending on what port in Japan you ship it out from and what port in the United States it comes in through, it's going to be different, okay? What I'm telling you is from Tokyo to Jacksonville, Florida. Unfortunately, a lot of the things I'm going to tell you, that's the answer that you're going to get. It's going to vary. That's what I got. Let's talk about how those charges could go up. So let's say for whatever reason, they don't get to your car, or they don't get everything processed for your car. Your car or your vehicle, right? Your vehicle could sit on the port past your free days. How many free days do you get? I was told 24 hours, 5 days, 10 days. It could vary. And it could vary from terminal to terminal, from vessel to vessel, from shipper to shipper. I couldn't get a consistent answer. How much do you pay each day over the free day? I couldn't get a consistent answer. I got $25, I got $50, I even got $150. So unfortunately, I cannot give you a concrete number. My vehicle is free and clear right now and can be picked up, but my free day ends Thursday of next week, the 13th, right? So your whatever transportation company you use need to have what's called a TWIC card that allows them to go into the port to be able to pick up your vehicle. So you can't just use any transporter and expect that they're going to go to the port to be able to pick up your vehicle. If you use any transporter and they get to the port and they can't go in, they now have to pay another transporter to go onto the terminal, get your vehicle, and bring your vehicle to them. From what I'm being told, depending on who you talk to, it's anywhere from $150, $250, $275. It varies. It depends on what company you use. So again, I might frustrate you in this video. It's not my intention. I'm just giving you my experience of this process. In conclusion, I was reading through the comments and responding to everybody that commented, right? And Frank Revis said, 3 more days, all will be worth it. Frank, bro, you don't know how you don't know how right you are, bro. So I got on my Real Street Supra shirt. This shirt, Real Street's not sponsoring the video or anything like that. I do think it's an awesome company, and I got this shirt when I bought all the parts for the Supra while I was stationed in Japan, right? You will see all the go fast. You'll see all the go fast bits that I got for the Supra. But I thought it would be a perfect pay homage to the Supra and pay homage to the journey thus far for me to wear this shirt while doing this video. But anyway, in conclusion, the Supra is here. All of what I went through is behind me. And when I link up with Wade and I see the Supra again, all of this would just be something that happened. You know what I'm saying? And this won't happen with the Aristo because now I know. All right, see you in the next one.
She needs to wash.